Hi, I'm Jessica. I play Wynn, the elf druid on uh, Tainted Lands, the Mist of Mournton, and this is the character journal for our most recent episode. It started out with Junie being on her own, waking up in a jail cell, and she saw a figure slumped over in the cell with her, and as she examined it, she realized that it was a dead figure that looked almost exactly like her. So, cue some Junie panicking. Um, she then continued on, discovered that her cell door was unlocked, so she made her way out. Didn't see anyone else in the jail area, but came across a message written on the wall in chalk, which we had previously seen. She saw "The Old Man Lies" written there, and though she didn't know why, she changed it to say "The Woman Lies." Now, this is very strange. We still don't know what this means, why she changed it, but she makes her way outside and comes across the executioner block and graves up top outside of the town. And thanks to Sir Kay not being very stealthy at all, she manages to track us through the woods towards where we went, which was the bandit camp. However, she was not so lucky with the owl bear and wandered across it as she's making her way through the forest. And as she's hiding, she gets this great idea to attack it when it's just sniffing around. Yeah. I'm still not sure why she did that. By the time she made it up by the time she caught up with us, she was in really rough shape. But she attacks the owl bear, and after a few minutes and her hiding in a thicket, it starts to just wander off. Meanwhile, we've been sleeping, and I am taking my watch in the former bandit camp, and I must have drifted off or something, because all of a sudden I'm dreaming about my parents. I'm in their study doing the studying that they insisted I work on since they wanted me to become a wizard. And all of a sudden, my mother and father are there. My father has a torch in his hand, which is really strange, and my mother has a knife. And suddenly, she stabs my father. Yeah, this is way out there. Like, I've never imagined anything like this happening between them. And all of a sudden, I wake up. My nose is bleeding, and there is screaming. Some of that could have been me, but most of it was Junie, because she had managed to find the bear traps that we set up in one of the camp entrances, and her leg was in it. So we all wake up, get her out of the bear trap, heal her up a bit, and we catch each other up on what has happened. Yeah, we are very confused. I am very upset. Nothing here is as it should be. Nothing here seems to be normal or natural. You don't wake up from a dream with a bloody nose. You don't suddenly feel the compulsion to attack your friends for no reason. It's so wrong. and I just need to do something to stop it, to get this town, this area, this forest back to the normal state of things. So we continue on to hunt for this Lessic thing, creature, person. We're still not sure. So we wander through the forest. Well, we walk through the forest. We have an idea of where we're going because this is where Odo, the direction he had been taking the prisoners that he had been taken to Lessic. And all of a sudden, there is a purple and green mist. And yeah, in this mist, I see this many-mouthed, horrible, hideous monstrosity. So, I mean, it's not natural. It's not right. I attack it. Turns out that was Toby, and I just attacked Toby again. I don't know how much longer I can deal with this sort of stuff. It's wrong. And while I'm doing this, Junie takes off running into the forest. Finally, we all break free of whatever controlled us this time, or this round of being controlled, and see what looks like a lantern off in the mist in the forest. So we follow. It's really the only lead we've got so far. Wallace casts a spell to help us make our way through the forest more stealthily, and by the time we get to a clearing, the light disappears. Only there's nothing there. No lantern, no figure, not even an animal. There's just an empty clearing. And Sir Kay cast Detect Magic. And we discover that there are some bone things, like sculptures or totems or something like that, hanging from the trees around the clearing, because Sir Kay's discovered some of them are magical. Great. He directs Junie to... Oh no, he directed Wallace to make them burst into flame. And they were broken, destroyed, whatever. This is great. By this time it's approaching dusk. We've been wandering all day in this horrible forest. I mean, being out in the forest all day, this is what I dreamed of. And yet, I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm angry at the things I'm finding. This is not right. Finally, we see this large, dead, hollow tree. The hollow in it almost looks like an entranceway. And Wallace makes his way down to see what's there. I mean, we've been wandering in the woods all day, searching for this Lessic. Hopefully we find something. He goes down, only despite how cold it is, as he goes down, the ground's not frozen. He hears dripping. He sees flickering light. He comes back up, and then we all go down, because this must be it. We don't want him to be down there all by himself. And we see this figure stirring a pot with a long stick. And it looks like some sort of den or home or combination of some sort, underground inside a tree. The figure is an old not very attractive woman, and she welcomes us. She says, "Welcome, Sir Kay." She knows his name. I'm guessing she knows our names. And I mean, I can only guess that this is a hag. Um, I've heard stories, thankfully never met one, but I can only assume that this is a hag. This must be Lessic. I mean, hags make deals with people and make them do things that they don't want to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if they use humanoids as part of their spells and rituals, which would explain why Odo was taking prisoners to Lessic, if this is Lessic. Um, but she knows who we are, and I'm scared. And that's where the episode ended off. So we'll see how things go.